Hi, my name is Brad, and I'm an orphaholic.
Absolutely gorgeous, stunning, lovely bloke as far as I can tell. Look, from here up, wonderful. From here down, not a whole lot going on. That's okay.
I had heard rumours that he was having it off with various younger men.
Oh, I don't know if I could go out with somebody who's just a head.
You know what? I don't even care that he doesn't have a body. Like, that head is enough for me. I have to say he's not very good at social media, but I just say that has to do with like lack of opposable thumbs.
I think Orpheus is a bit of a cocksucker. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't really have much else he can do, being mostly just a mouth now.
Scholars are still debating the existence of Orpheus.
Well, if he just trusted Hades and not looked behind, he would have had it back again. So,
That's true.
yes, silly man.
Just a bit of information. If Orpheus becomes your next door neighbour, get some earplugs.
Well, I've done exhaustive research and I just want to really alert people to the danger in our neighbourhood. You know, there are children in this neighbourhood, and there are also people who are not children, and they matter too. Less so, obviously, but they matter. And, you know, I think this is like having a time bomb and a heroin dealer and all the bad things all combined. He basically just needs to go back to where he's come from. Right. I mean, I don't want to sound racist. That sounds terribly racist. I'm not racist. I'm not anti-migration. I think that there are some migrants who, you know, they bring things that aren't desirable, and we need to check that they're culturally compatible with our culture and with our times, and we're not into hyper addictive singing. Why should we have to change? Just because he's a good singer? That's stupid, clearly. You know, there's probably places where people are into that kind of thing, and good on them, but not us. Not here, no thank you. That's what we want to say.
What's in here? I'm not allowed to have pictures of him in my locker. I'm not allowed to talk about him. I'm not allowed to write my essays on him. So they're trying to just kick him out of my soul or some shit. And I'm not allowed to have him there. I love this man. I mean, the gayest can get married. Why can't I? I love him. And the principal called me like into his office to tell me that I couldn't be with this man. What's in here? If he really loved her, he wouldn't have turned back. He wouldn't have been like, oh, I wonder if she's there. Oh, damn it, she's there. Oh, whoops, I'm going back to the world to find Julia. He wouldn't have done that. So, I mean, yeah, sure. Maybe they loved each other truly. Da 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 da. Like, you know, it's in the name. Myth. What's in here? I first heard his song when me and Mum were going to Galleria. And it just came up on 92.9. I just like couldn't deal. Like, honestly, it was so sexy. Like, I was like, Mum, I can't believe you're here. Like, this is a personal moment between me and Orpheus. Like, we're connecting right now. What's in here? Yeah, sure. The boys are like, no homo. I love him. But so what? What's in here? So yeah, sure. The boys are into it. We'll put it that way. Like, forget soccer, like, forget video games, it's Orpheus now. Like, they are into that. What's in here?
I was getting some mail, and he was getting some mail, and I said, oh, so you got some mail there? And he didn't say anything, because he had a mouthful of mail, which I hear he's kind of into. No, he's got so many people over there all the time. Like, he's having mad parties all the time. There's no way he's sitting there going like, What's my lonely, tragic neighbour doing? Oh, is she putting out washing? He doesn't care. And that's okay, like, there's no reason why he should care. It was a long time ago. I mean, I think it's very noble to carry a dead wife in your heart for that long. Obviously, I think Orpheus probably feels quite a strong sense of guilt about that, because failed to bring her back from the dead. But look, she's been dead a long time, so I mean that's obviously very tragic. It's a terrible. It's not going to be like the Rolling Stones where they're still up on stage but they're kind of all fat and trying to be energetic, but they're not really. Orpheus will genuinely be energetic, probably in a robot body though, because he's just a head. But you know, that's it's nice. It's actually kind of nice to have the person you love and idolize not grow old, because they can stay frozen like you, I guess.
People are becoming more and more disembodied, as you might have noticed, due to the internet. You know, we're often in a disembodied state, even though we might feel we have bodies. We may not really have bodies. This is something that philosophers have been contending with for some time. In this day and age, that you know that there is a lot of subterfuge and illusion in our lives, and I think we have to accept that things cannot be necessarily seen as real merely because we perceive them as such. Are you certain that there is no body? I mean, the nature of body is somewhat effervescent and uncertain. Is it not? We don't have any evidence that it is Orpheus, but we have evidence that maybe someone is impersonating Orpheus. Who knows? I think critical thinkers have to work this out for themselves. Yes, I think secretly most women would prefer men without bodies, so that perhaps is the reasoning behind that. Maybe this could be considered part of the feminine fantasy. I'd suspect it's for millennia. I think you know, you had Medusa a long time ago turning men to stone. I think men being in some way trapped or unable to move in a bodily fashion has been a fantasy for women for a long time.
Oh, look, he came in and he was just all, well, he was amazing, of course, and he just made everyone else look like shit. Like total shit. And definitely, Orpheus is definitely an accomplished singer. He accomplishes a lot of things with his singing, mostly pissing me off. No, look, when he did sing, it was amazing. It totally sounds like I'm gay for him. I don't know how to talk about Orpheus without sounding like I'm gay for him. It really fucking pisses me off. He's so difficult to describe. It's like, have you ever taken a hallucinogen and then a whole bunch of stimulants and then a whole bunch of depressants and just sort of swelled them up in your system and then gotten a head job? It's kind of like that. But not like that at all. I don't know. I used to do drugs before I heard Orpheus, but then, like, he ruined that as well. Like, heroin, cocaine, blah, who cares? Just ruined it all. Sex, drugs, and open mics, and I don't know. It's not like you can go to Orpheus Anonymous, you know? It's not a thing. It should be a bloody thing. If anyone else out there has been affected by Orpheus, tell me, we'll get together, we'll have some beers or something. We'll shoot some fucking heroin, we'll be better off.
Well, Orpheus, I think that it's kind of sad that he's got blurry vision because of the fact that he got some of his own blood splattered in his eyes a bit. Also, you should be prepared to know that Orpheus's head is actually like a mask because it's rotten away for a little bit and it's a really kind of plastic mask. So just don't mention that to him because if you notice, because he's really sensitive about his appearance. Orpheus does not have many friends, true, but he does have a few immortal friends, but very few, because he depresses everyone around him. When he gets really depressed, he sings really sad songs, and he's depressed a lot, and many people. I remember back in the story when he got depressed, all the songs like everyone was weeping and all. So, and it's got pretty much the same effect nowadays. You know, people are much more sensitive nowadays. Actually, he thinks that the other stories are crap and are nothing compared to his because his is really sad and others are just, well, stories about heroic deeds and stuff. Even though he's really tormented and depressed, well, when all is said and done, he makes great music.
We may not have magic. I don't have magic. You know, the average person down the road doesn't have magic or the ability to use my voice or music or writing to get people to do what I want. But, you know, the power comes from within. it's and maybe, perhaps, Orpheus knows that in a different way than we do. But just because he's got the extra ability doesn't mean that we can't still impact other people and have a positive life, you know. Ideally, we wouldn't be living with our heads chopped, but, you know.
Well, I can move stones, trees, and animals to my will too.
Can you expand on that?
Well, you pick up the stone and you move it, and you cut the tree down, you move it, and the animal, you just kind of drag it a bit. It's pretty easy. It's not that impressive when you think about it. Not really. I reckon most men can move stones.